Like, instead of spending the money to like upgrade and fix some of my other 7 vehicles, I bought one of the worst cars ever made. Like, no joke. Oh no. I don't even know what this is. Is this just rags? Is this like just miscellaneous? Oh, unless it's like a t-shirt, like, hey Troy, you're an idiot. Oh, it's the headliner. Oh my God, they put the headliner in a bag.
I thought it was gonna be a lot more broken. Like when you first drove it home
Everybody
from the
thinks
shop
it was broken.
and you were able to drive it home from the shop, I was very impressed.
Howdy, welcome back to the Addicted Motors YouTube channel. My name is Troy, and you're joining me for the most significant Addicted Motors episode that I've probably ever filmed, and also probably the most exciting, so please stay tuned. I've done a thing. So, automotive YouTube, it's an interesting world to kind of exist in. When it comes to how these channels exist, you need to have new content. You need to have cars. You either need to buy and sell cars, or you need to be able to fix cars, or talk about cars, or borrow other people's cars. I've decided to do a hybrid mix of both. I review other people's cars, I fix some cars, and I buy some cars. All of this is incredibly expensive and not profitable pretty much at all, but sometimes you have to go out on a limb and do what's best for the channel. And I've been struggling recently of what to do. What does the channel want to see? What do you guys want to see? What do I want to see? What does the world want to see? And really, it's Land Rovers. No one really wants to see anything else besides Land Rovers, which narrows down my picking and choosing of what I have at my disposal to review, talk about, purchase. And I really went down, so after selling the Land Cruiser, I went down the rabbit hole buying it at face. Like, it's like having a Cayman and be like, I want a 911 now. Let's do the thing. Let's go to the top. Let's get the big boy one, right? And then I was like, but do people really want to see that? I'm tired of seeing $200,000 Defenders and cheap Defenders and this Defender and that Defender. They're made of, it's like, again, not like a 911. But then I just thought about it, like, what do you not see? What don't you see every day? What is the rarest, most special, least sought after hidden gem of a Land Rover they've ever made? And there's only one. There's only one thing that comes to mind. It's the Freelander. It is the baby Rhino. It is the most coveted, rarest, worst, could say worst, probably is the worst Land Rover that the company has ever produced. Hands down. Like, it's no, and when I say rare, it's not because people didn't buy them. Well, people didn't buy them. It's exploded. And they all need engines. And they all need transmissions. And they all don't have drive shafts in. And they all have been crashed, caught on fire, or just disposed of or crushed. It's also a car that most people think is a joke. Oh, there's a guy with a Freelander. Oh, man, I wish someone would show up to a Land Rover event with the Freelander. I bet you a Freelander could do this. Are you even four-wheel drive? We're gonna settle this. I bought a Freelander. I did it. I posted a video of an auction review the other day of me looking at a green 2005 54,000 mile 2-owner Freelander on an auction site with not a whole lot of intentions of actually buying it. After a little bit of thought, a little bit of life choices, lying to myself, I decided that this is what the channel needs, this is what I need, this is what the world needs. The world needs a green 2005 Freelander SE or HSE, who knows, that was purchased sight unseen, as is, with problems, from an auction site. I overpaid for it. I paid $1,000 for it. So I spent $3,000 for you guys. So join me, lads and lasses, as we embark to our next journey of seeing this Freelander. Actually, I bought it last night, and less than 8 hours later, it was dropped off at the shop, which is insane. They wanted to get rid of it. I haven't even paid for it, sent any money. The truck's already here. It's at the shop. They didn't even tell Mike they were here. He just walked outside, and there was a green Freelander. So you're gonna see it for the first time. I'm gonna go see it for the first time, and we're gonna see how bad I screwed this up. That's what I needed. I just needed having a child in like 2 weeks, two months, and I bought a Freelander. Let's do it. Like the problem with the Freelander is it's not, you know, you can buy a disco with a blown motor or a rusty body or this or that, and it's like, oh, I can always part it out. Somebody wants it. There's valuable bits on it, the axles, the seats, the engine, the transfer case, locking differentials, Can't do that with a Freelander. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that at all. Not even a little bit. Even Rover guys don't think about it. They all secretly want it, but I don't think any of them really want it. I think it's for a good reason. I don't know. So if you want to see the only Freelander content in the United States at the moment, please like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram for updates, because we're gonna have a Freelander. Oh, god damn it. Like, instead of spending the money to like upgrade and fix some of my other 7 vehicles, I bought one of the worst cars ever made. Like, no joke. It's not when the motor blows up. It's not if. It's when. Like, they all timing belt. It's bad. All right, here we go. We're here. It's here. It's Freelander time. Action. All right, here it is, bought a Freelander. Listen, you're seeing it the first time I'm seeing it. So I've never really been in, or I've never sat in a Freelander. Let's be honest. How many of you have sat or done anything near a Freelander? I bet it's like 1, maybe 2. That's it. Maybe if you're in the UK, you've done more. So let's do a quick walk around. It's green. I'd say it's Tonga green. So this was a Carvana trade-in. That's really the only reason why I was looking at it, right? 54,000 miles. Carvana trade-in. It's not being sold by a used car dealer. It was like, hey, we traded into the Carvana. We gave them this. Carvana they can't wholesale it. They can't frontline it. So to the auction, whatever idiot buys it, buys it. I'm the idiot. And here it is. Let's look at the outside first. Outside, actually, it's pretty good. Sunroof sitting correctly. A little bit of fade on the headlights. Yeah, I don't see any like major scratches. The wheels are a little dirty. It's got a little roof rack on it. It's got tires that I think are date stamped 2016, because I've seen I ran a Carfax on it. I don't know, pretty tidy. What I know, it says power steering issue. Okay. I got arms, I can steer. A couple windows don't work. It does say the HVAC works, so the AC and whatnot should potentially work. So let's go on the inside and see how that looks. And listen, if you're watching this video and you're not excited about this and don't care about the little small details of a Freelander, then look somewhere else. Don't watch this video. This isn't curtailed for you. You obviously don't like Land Rovers. You're obviously not hardcore. You can't handle it, and you should be somewhere else. You should be watching some other channel, and not the Addicted Motors YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, this isn't bad. Let's do this right. I've got a book. I've got a manual. I have all the books. Oh God, it smells like 2005 in here. I've got documentation. I've got manual seats. Nice. Cluster out of a LR3 Classic. We've got radio, lights for. Look at those weird little cup holders. You've got, it's a Rover, so you've got everything here too. That's not attached anymore. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like some MapQuest. Oh, here's one small detail. There's no headliner. That's fine. Would have been sagging anyway, so someone did me a favor, an absolute favor, and just let it out. Moving to the back. Let's just see. I've never sat in the back of a Freelander, and I have headroom. I can sit behind myself. Man, it smells like not that old of a car back here, which is pretty impressive. Again, minus the headliner, pretty tidy. I just wish I cared. I think this headliner can come out and get scraped or something and then put back. I don't know. All right, let's get in the back here because again, it's still a Land Rover, right? You've got a rear-mounted off-road Sahara spec. No, not any of that. Rear tire carrier, V6 power. Woo! See that? Yeah, this window rolls all the way down like a 4Runner because it's better than a 4Runner. And we've got goodies in the back because it was reliable. This is when you buy a reliable vehicle, you got all the fluids you need already in the back. What do we have back here? This was the only thing that had me a little bit nervous, right? It's like a dealer, like they were gonna make this good, so they bought all this stuff and then gave up. Coolant. Yep, that's good. Oh man. So we got a mass airflow sensor. Holy crap, we've got coils. So it definitely needs a motor. If they purchase all these things, we've got oil. Oh no. Oh, power steering fluid. Ah, this is so bad. No, ignition assembly. Why? A baby hitch? Oh no. I don't even know what this is. This just rags? This is like just miscellaneous. Oh, unless it's like a t-shirt, like, hey Troy, you're an idiot. Oh, it's the headliner. Oh my God, they put the headliner in to like reattach it one day. Luckily, that's empty. Oh, bless their souls. Bless their souls. So sitting in the Freelander, this cabin is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Got a mirror control out of a Disco 1 and 2, probably goes even older than that. It's okay, right? If you think about cruise control, you think about right under the vent. That makes sense down there. You've got a stock from a Disco, another stock from a Disco, so they really went all out on the design aspect of this. Heated seats, because it's classy. You got a CD player. All this, what's in here? I don't know if it's more parts. Nope, nothing in there. You've got the little Honda edition. Just like a Honda Accord clock, because class. And I think that's really it as far as the interior goes. Let's pop the hood and see how bad she is. Let's pop the hood and see. Oh, where's the hood? I want to pop the hood. There's no hood. What the fuck? Oh no. No. That's not. Oh, I found more goodies. So you can fix your fuses and all your issues on the move. It's just right below the steering wheel there. Perfect. All right, so I've got keys, guys. I've got keys, and they work. I mean, because it's a luxury vehicle. This is a luxury vehicle. Let's go under here, because look, I got a skid plate. I got dual skid plate. It's nice, and not a huge puddle of coolant. Maybe because there is none, because I can't open the freaking hood. This is bad. I need to open the hood. I need to do that first. I need to do this correctly. All right, what do we have? An engine. The worst engine ever made. Rover 2.5 turd. Let's see. There was a video of it running. So it's got oil. Look at that. It's got oil. It's got power steering fluid. Itsy bitsy bit low on the coolant. It's okay. Is that out of VW? And really, there's not much to see here, guys. It's an honest 50,000 mile car. It still probably needs an engine, but it's there. Let's fire it up. I'll let you guys listen in. All right, so let's take the mic. Place it. How's the engine? It doesn't sound. That's not the worst sounding engine I've ever heard. That sounds like an engine, guys. That sounds like an engine. I think the engine's working. The engine in the Freelander is working. And the alternator is working. The engine in the Freelander is working. Look at that. Is it the most reliable car in the world? It might be. Freelanders. Okay, I am idle. I'm doing the most dangerous thing you can do in a Land Rover product. It's 94 degrees and I am idling the engine of my new best car, a 2005 Freelander. I have the AC on and the AC works. In my Land Rover Freelander, it's working and it's chilly. And the engine got up to temperature very quickly. It also has no gas. It also has manual seats. They're not bad. I should take these in another product. Maybe that's the move. Land Rover Freelander swap like a Defender or a Classic or something like that. Ah, nice little steering wheel. I mean, this feels proper, guys. Engine, it works. It has power. The power steering's quiet. I don't see the reason why it's. I don't know why it's totaled yet. Goes into gear. Brake works. I think we go drive it. Should we drive it? We should drive it. It's the only thing we can do. All right, so far, guys, what do you think? Again, 3,000 bucks, 54,000 miles. How am I doing so far? Let me know in the comments. I haven't even driven it yet. I'm gonna put some gas in it. See if Mike wants to explore the Freelander with me, and we're gonna head out. So far, this window won't go all the way back up. I guess this is forward switch gear. It feels like forward switches, so that might not be the hardest fix in the world. All right, let's do it. All right, inaugural Freelander journey. I should put. Oh, I can't put gas in it because the key. I should put gas in it first. Let's do that. All right, we're back. Let's. Oh, did I mention there's no check engine light? There's no check engine light on this Land Rover. Wipers work. Spray works. It's got a heavy steering feel to it. It feels substantial than what it is. So let's. Temperature is still holding. Track straight. Man. Did I get a good one? It's still saying that I didn't put gas in it, so maybe the sender's bad or something. There's no reading on the gas tank. Brakes nice and smooth. Turn signals work. Oh man. I mean, this is if you can't tell, I'm pretty excited. I'm not really sure how to translate it. I mean, this is more exciting than if I bought a new Defender or something like that. I think the lure of buying the worst of something and it being semi-functional and it's original and interesting, I think that has way more appeal to me than something new that's supposed to be good or whatnot. I mean, this is supposed to be bad, and it's not good. It's just not bad. It's pretty. This is fine. Please excuse the lack of headliner. I mean, it's a Land Rover, and none of my Land Rovers have headliners, so I bought it. And it's green, so it's a thing. It's a feel. It's a mood. It feels fine. It feels good. I wish the gas gauge worked, but it doesn't. So the next thing for this to do is to take it home, clean it up, get it inspected, and drive it some more. I was expecting a shit show, expecting the engine to be bad. Well, it'll still, the engine is bad. Let's be honest, it's just not bad just at this moment. But I'm assuming it will be. Oh, let's see if this works. Oh, the rear window works. That's so much cooler than a 4Runner. Get out of here. This thing's awesome. Oh, man. What a gem. So I can't even hear it running. It's just purring away. Here's the full walk around. Again, I got Some Sumamoto tires on there. They're all matched. They're from 2016. I got the mud flaps. It's got a little ground clearance. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm a big Freelander fan, guys. This thing, we need to get this off-road. We need to do things with it. We need to take road trips with it. We need to make this the daily. It's the daily for the daily. God. Like, I've got Ford switches here, Land Rover switches here, and more Land Rover switches that don't do anything here. Like, this is a wild little car. And I have a heated windshield. Like, what? What's going on with this? All right, let's see what's in the CD player. Celine Dion! Oh, man. Is there anything else in here? Is there more? Don't tell me there's more. This is, oh no, there's more! Kenny Loggins! Oh! Oh man, there's gotta be. What else? This is gold. Can we go 4 for 4? Coldplay! This is the best game. This is the best used car game you can probably play. God, he's got this loaded up. This is some one owner stuff right here. Sarah Bareilles. Okay, all right, I'll take it. That's I can work with that. Don't know Frau Frau. Don't know that one. Last one, baby. Andrea Bocelli! Whoa! This is a legitimate car. This is how you know it's a fucking legitimate car right here. Andrea Bocelli on the dash. Now, it's time for me to bring this bad boy home. And now let's talk about Freelanders. I don't know a whole lot about them. I know the general story. They didn't sell very well in the States. They had lots of reliability and quality issues that kind of plagued them. It is a permanent all-wheel drive truck, unibody SUV thing. They are quirky and interesting. Is this the most desirable model of the Freelander run? No, there's G4 editions and some Camel Trophy looking ones, and there's these fun other funky two-door convertible removable top ones. But those are enough money, unfortunately, probably between $7,000 and $12,000, that it just becomes a little more of a serious car and less of a joke. This is that fun in-between price that offers a little bit of functionality and usability while also still being, you know, a little bit ironic. And that being said, you know, they're a little more popular, I think, in the European markets. These got variants with BMW, I think 1.8 or 1 or 2 liter with a, you know, 5-6 speed manual. That kind of woke it up a little bit. I know Auto Alex has done some content with it. High Peak Autos have done a few, but usually they're manual diesel versions and not this kind of, you get what you get, American, you know, one size fit all with you know, a little bit of updated trim or features. Mechanically, it really stayed the same for the US model. The 2004, 2005's got kind of the updated plastic front headlights, which kind of more mirrored and mimicked the upcoming LR3 and just made it a little more upmarket. Eventually, you know, this one looks more similar to the next gen 2006 and upward LR2, which this was so bad that they couldn't use that nomenclature anymore, so they had to call it the LR2. And those are arguably better. They've got the Volvo 3.2 inline 6 transversely mounted that I have in my Volvo XC90, which again, solid power plant, big engine, small truck type deal. And again, these little interference 2.5s were notorious for snapping belts. They also had horrendous head gasket failures and just some bad machine, just a little bit of everything that just kind of made the engines go kaput. Again, this one with 50,000 miles doesn't exclude it from those issues. So I am potentially facing a huge uphill battle of repair and maintenance items. Luckily, I have everything that I needed to fix it in the back of the truck, so that should make me feel much better about this terrible purchase. But again, I am excited about this on a different level. When I was looking to buy another channel car, I wanted something simpler, maybe a TR6 or an MGB, or something that only had one diff, and a manual transmission. But instead I got more diffs, and I got transverse stuff, sight unseen. This is the basket case of all basket case, and so far it is running. I don't know what this means. I don't know how long I'll have this car, but I'm excited to experience it, to drive it, and to put it to the test. We'll see how bad this really is. I'm gonna eat these words. I'm gonna eat them pretty badly, I feel like, in the near future. Some other, fun features of the time, right? I think this is one of the first compact SUVs that wasn't the D2 to feature hill descent control at a not so upmarket offering. Traction control management. There's no low range truck, but I can shift the gears manually. It does have a manual e-brake, which is nice. And enough creature comforts that it still can be considered technically a Land Rover, I guess. And that makes it quirky, it makes it interesting. And when you're doing enough hard drugs already, you might as well do black tar heroin, and this is black tar heroin for Land Rover enthusiasts. Addicts, because I don't even think an enthusiast would really make this perfect. Masochists, sorry. Automotive masochists. Whatever. All right, so she's back. We made it back at the house. We're gonna clean it up now. Give it a once over and a scrub. I don't think it's gonna need a whole lot to kind of just come around. We've got the L322 back here. So we're taking the 911 actually on the first road trip in like 4 years. We're on Virginia Beach this weekend. This is a last minute thing. I did not think this thing was gonna drop here. So let's get the stickers off it, clean it up, make it real. Let's make this real and shove something in that window so I don't fill the car with water, because that window is not working. Holy shit. It's the disco. Virginia Beach, baby. We're gonna briefly interrupt this Freelander content because I had to go to Virginia Beach. And it's a hot day. So we are on our way back, and I want to, I'm trying to verify, yes, there's 103 degrees out. Porsche's, it's running fine, but the oil temp's a little hot because it's hot outside. But that is the worst possible environment to drive a Freelander with a head gasket made out of paper mache, but I think that's what's we're gonna do when we get back. A little torture test. Not a good idea. Okay, so we're back, and this is an interesting part 2 of my video, or part 1 of part 2, because I've already posted on Instagram about this car, and the world is very excited that I am in possession of this Freelander. Now, I've been in Virginia Beach for a couple days. All I've done with the car is pick it up, bring it home, and then wash it. That's it. Now we're gonna drive it. We drove it a mile from the shop. We're gonna take it on the highway real quick. And it's a 92 degrees, so we're going to test out the paper mache head gasket and see if that explodes. And yeah, we're just going to try to do something very pedestrian with the world's worst car, according to the internet. They might be right, they might not be right. So again, Freelander, man, a lot of response, a lot of interest, a lot of hate, a lot of everything about why I bought this truck. Can call it a truck. It's a truck. It's a rig, and I'm very excited about it. I don't think I've ever been excited, and it's pretty obvious to tell about a random purchase that I've made. And I was excited to bring it home and like tinker with it, and like top off the fluids and clear the check engine light, do all those little things. But it doesn't really seem to need any of that yet. It might need a motor. That's something I can't really do in the driveway. But other than that, it's okay. And again, I was thinking about like. People say don't buy a P38. I mean, I feel like a P38 looks like a Camry compared to a Freelander. Like a P38 at least has a pretty decent engine for the most part if you've done a head gasket or it's been maintained well. It's not just expected that they blow up. I mean, they're plagued by electrical gremlins. They're annoying. They're not bad. And these are just known as bad. So, I don't know. Maybe it is bad. Maybe it overheats. Again, I haven't even driven it long enough to find out. But so far, 93 degrees. It's doing it. All right, we're gonna merge, and my foot's to the floor. We're going nowhere. 50 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour. That's it. It's not a speed demon at all. But it tracks dead straight, which is awesome. It's cruising very comfortably. I mean, okay, it's doing the normal car thing pretty well so far. So it's about 70 miles an hour, 3,000 RPM in fifth gear. It's a small little V6 that seems normal, and everything else seems fine. Oh, ice-cooled AC too. All right, Cindy, candid impression of the Baby Rhino Land Rover. What's your thoughts?
I liked it more than I thought I would, but there are some things definitely wrong with it. I was just telling Troy that I got a bunch of headliner like in my fingernails.
It's not a mechanical problem.
Well, it's kind of gross.
Why are you touching the ceiling?
Well, I go to hold on to the handle because you drive like a maniac, and then the crud gets in my fingernails and falls on me.
Well, don't hold the handle. At least it has a handle.
That's true.
What about the seats?
The seats are actually pretty comfortable.
It's pretty comfortable. You sit up ridiculously high for a little baby SUV.
It feels like the Volvo as far as like acceleration.
It's very soft.
And the seats are comfortable though, like the
all drive based unibody SUV type deal.
But we feel high. Like I feel higher than the Volvo.
It kind of feels like a normal car.
I thought it was gonna be a lot more broken. Like when you first drove it home
everybody
from the
thinks
shop,
it was broken.
and you were able to drive it home from the shop, I was very expecting that. I thought you were gonna be gone for hours.
Do whatever you want.
We haven't heard the radio yet.
Oh, it slaps.
Well, you don't play.
I got Buccelli. We'll listen to that in a second. So.
But that did sound good. So, and you're right. Air conditioning feels good. That's pretty important on a hot day like today.
Do you wish we drove this to Virginia Beach?
No.
Okay.
I didn't realize when we were going to the grocery store that we were in risk of head gasket failure. That should have been disclosed at the beginning of this mission.
Woo, baby, we idling in the driveway. There's 104. Woo, we're in the Freelander. All right, so the Freelander has survived the heat wave test, and I know bullshit idled in a parking lot and in a rental house, 104 degrees, AC on, went inside 10 minutes, came back out. This thing's still fine. Cool level's fine, everything's fine, which is still pretty amazing. Pretty impressed. Found out some new quirks and features. It's called quirks and features of this truck too. Let me show you on the inside. Again, this thing is very, very interesting. Very early 2000s. I hate to say quirks and features, but it's a quirky little truck. Coming this side, I was wondering what this is. Cup holder. Put a big old mug or something in there. Put a big old drink. And yeah, this is interesting. When I was banging around, I've got the wheel lock kit with some extra lug nuts and gloves and the wheel tool and everything like that. So, that's a win. So let's put the finishing touches on this Land Rover. And just like that, it's ready for daily duty. So the last thing I wanted to do, because I'm out of tests besides an off-road test, which that'll be another video, is just check out the underside, see what it looks like. I peeked under there, but it wasn't actually under the car, so let's go on in. So that's what it looks like. It looks like I'm missing like one piece of kind of trim or whatever you want to call it right here, probably for the oil pan and whatnot. Lost in translation, let's call it. But again, everything else looks really pretty good. Again, as a Northeast car, I don't see any major rust or anything like that. So this thing's looking okay, guys. What do you think? Seriously, I want some feedback on this purchase, right? Because it's one of those things, like, it's so bad it's good, it's so good it's bad. Like, people don't buy them because they don't exist. Struggling you know, to see what the huge, look at that. It's got little track bars on the back for the rear. And a little viscous differential. Look at this thing's adorable. So, first 48 hours with the Freelander. You can't tell, I'm into it. This is a pretty fun little trucky car. And an awesome addition to the Land Rover family. It's unique, it's rare, it's special, it's bad, it's good, it's fun, it's green, it's V6, it's all-wheel drive, and it's mine. So we'll hold on to this for a little bit. You know, we'll see where this goes. We'll take it to the cabin. Might do some off-roading. Everyone wants to see this thing off-road. I want to see it off-road. It will be for sale eventually. Like I said, I'm not going to keep this around forever. I have too many things to play with. I just can't keep them all. I wish I could. That's the reality of this type of thing. So if you're actually really interested in it, let me know. You know, like I said, it needs nothing. It's perfect. But I think that's going to wrap it up for the baby Rhino, for at least for this video, the first 48 hours, and we will catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.